And here we go. Alright, these are one of my favorite videos to film. These are my favorites. Should be zoom in a smidge. Hi! And welcome back to a new video. Today's video is going to be our seasonal Q&A. We've kind of been doing these lately, and this is going to be our fall Q&A. So there's going to be normal questions, but there's also going to be fall festive related questions in this video as well. So I have pulled a bunch from Instagram, and then Larry has pulled a bunch from our last YouTube video where we mentioned we were going to be filming this, and your questions Larry pulled from YouTube. So, you want to go first?
Thanks to everyone who submitted questions.
You guys are amazing. I love getting your questions. These are my absolute favorite videos. It's like a life catch up with us. And
the first one was from M999. Could we ever do a video involving why I got involved in police work, what the pros and cons were, and why I like doing it? So yes, we could do that. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot of people would be interested in that, and you could probably help a lot of people that are thinking about doing that. So yes, I think so. And there is a question that I'm going to find and cover it straight away. Here it is. Okay, baby update. Love you, Mindy and Larry. Your love and positivity inspire me every day. Thank you so much. Okay, so we addressed this in the last video, but I think we're just going to have to keep addressing it until the day comes where we can make an announcement video, you know, that we are. But basically, there are no current updates because, and it's something that Larry and we talk about it a lot. We were just having this discussion, like, it's now or never. Like, I went into panic mode in a way, was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be 30. I'm 28. I just turned 28. But, like, it's one of those things that we talk about a lot. And we're just not ready yet for certain reasons. We're not prepared. And we, you know, if you guys don't know, we have to have a pretty costly procedure, and we're just not there yet. We're not ready to make that step. So it is still on hold, and we're just going a day at a time.
And the procedure is called is it Tessa
like
Nessa?
a Tessa Nessa procedure.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna look into, and that's kind of what we've settled on as far as how it's going to happen. It's just the matter now of when it's going to happen. Yeah.
So that's where we're at with that. And I just want to throw it out there, guys, that I don't want to lose hope. So this isn't me losing hope. This is me just being real with you guys, because I don't want you to feel let down, because we did the videos with Barcroft and we talked about having a baby and we really want to, and that's something that we're looking into, and we decided on what we want to do, which we did. But I don't want you guys to like be let down if we don't, or if we can't and it doesn't work and it doesn't happen. So we're just kind of like living life, doing the best that we can with what we have. And if it happens, awesome, amazing, great. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's not meant to be for us. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I hope that makes sense.
But I'm hoping for good news.
Oh, did I read who that was from? That was from Julia Gambrodo.
GB. Not the Bee Gees. GB. Wants to know what is our favorite gifts or most memorable gifts that we've exchanged between the two of us.
What's yours? I'm not the best with that, with gifts.
I'm terrible with gifts.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I've always been.
You do fine. My most favorite or memorable was when we were first dating. It was our first. It was like our first Christmas together back when we lived in Ohio and I was in the apartment. Larry got me an opal ring. He knew I loved opals, and I wear it every day. So that's one of my favorites.
I think my favorite would also be a ring that she got for me, and I wore that. I actually had it on recently because my wedding ring had an issue that needed to be repaired. So while that was off for like 2.5 months.
Forever. Everybody thought we weren't wearing our wedding bands or something.
Yeah, I was wearing that one, and because of the size difference of the knuckle on whatever finger, I wore that ring the whole time this ring was gone, but it was on the wrong finger.
Because it didn't fit.
Yeah, it just didn't fit.
Yeah.
So, but now that I have this back, that one's back in the drawer.
Yeah, in the drawer.
Yeah.
This question is from Nay's Bucket List. Favorite Thanksgiving dessert other than pumpkin pie? I know mine right off the bat. It's pecan pie. I love pecan pie. Love. I could eat, no joke, I could eat the whole thing. I'm getting excited and dropping my phone.
What's your drop call?
What other desserts are there? You're a picky eater, so what other desserts besides pumpkin and pecan?
What my mom's house, what we would have had there. I think there might have been an apple pie.
Oh, that's a good one,
choice with probably some ice cream.
Yeah, apple pie and vanilla ice cream for you.
And I think there was maybe a lemon pie.
Okay.
There might have been one of those. Jessica asked how my tooth is doing since the
oh no
issue in California. It's fine. Yeah, it's good. Do I still have white teeth?
Yeah, they're still pretty white.
Oh, good.
Yeah, if you guys are new, you don't know what happened. When we went to Dr. Phil, Larry had to get his teeth whitened, and I think they overdid the whitening process, and the front layer of his enamel of his tooth, the whole front layer of it came right off.
Yeah.
This next question is from Black and White Perfection. What is your best fall memory? You know what? I would have to say I'd round mine up into when I met you and you started taking me to the Ohio State Reformatory for Halloween. But before I met you, I would say getting dressed up for Halloween as a kid with my dad.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really cute one.
Yeah.
He used to paint our faces and we would go trick-or-treating, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I've had some where I've gone out on photography treks to do the fall colors and different things. So that was always fun.
I miss it.
Yeah. And I think another one would be when we were dating, we went to the Metro Parks, and it was in the evening, but you know, with the time change and everything, it gets dark, and you think, geez, we must have been there at like 11:30 at night. It was actually probably about 7:30 at night.
Yeah.
But there's this stairway that you go up these bunch of like 140 something stairs, and you overlook where the river comes through and a big shale.
It was chilly.
Yeah, but it was that cool, crisp fall air, and it was chilly. And when the trees on the top of the hills would, when the wind would blow, they would lose their leaves and they'd be floating past us and stuff. It was just fun to be up there with. You know, we felt like we were the only ones in the world, but there's a road down below us, and there's people around, but we were. I mean, to me, it was just the two of us.
Yeah.
So that was
very
kind of fun.
open and crisp, and I miss the crisp leaves.
Haley wants to know if there will be any Mindy Minx Christmas merch.
Yes. Stay tuned. Actually, currently working on it right now. I've just sent over some ideas. We are going to be working with Bonfire again, and I've just created a little workup that I really like, and we sent it on over, and it's in the works, guys. So I'm also, with that being said, I know I've only been keeping them open for about 2 weeks for people to shop, and this one is going to be open for 3 to 4 weeks, so it's going to be a longer purchasing time frame. So yeah, coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Nyx Picks 85. What are your plans for Halloween? We live in the UK, so it isn't celebrated majorly, which is so mind-blowing to me. A lot of people don't celebrate Halloween, or a lot of countries don't, but our plans this year, and we've done it for the last 3 years, minus last year, because Larry was out of town. He was in Cleveland. He was back home for Halloween. But this year, what we do is everybody comes over to our house, and we pass out candy, because we live in a pretty populated area, and we get a lot of cute little trick-or-treaters. So I usually make dinner here at the house, and then it's just a hangout for my family to just talk and dress up and have fun and see all the cute little costumes and little kids.
Talk to the neighbors.
Talk to the neighbors. All the neighbors are out playing. One year they were out playing Harry Potter music. I was all for it. So yeah, it's just like a really casual, fun night for us. And are we dressing up? Yes, but I'm slacking. I don't have my costume yet. I'm stressing out about it.
I don't have to put a mask on. That's pretty scary. So
you are putting a mask on.
Oh yeah.
You don't need. You're a beautiful creature, babe.
Thanks. I apologize because I tried to write down the person who submitted the question and then the question, and for some reason I only wrote down the question. So the sender of this, I apologize for not saying your name, but nonetheless, they wanted to know if we have any plans to be with my son for the holidays. And quick update is he's doing a lot better, and not that he wasn't doing...
We haven't really gone into those details.
Yeah.
Like, there's things that go on behind the scenes that people...
Yeah,
it's just not necessary.
He's 28 years old, and Mindy has her business, I have my business, my son has his business, and we don't want to cross over.
Yeah.
So, but having said that, he's actually coming for a visit. He should be here soon, and we're going to do some vlogging with that, and we'll let him disclose whatever he wants to say to you, and then you guys can see what we're up to while he's visiting. So hopefully it'll be a pretty busy visit for him.
Yeah, he's going to be here for, is it 10 days? I think he's going to be here for about 10 days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to vlog with him, and he's going to be here, and that's basically him coming for Thanksgiving. So we're excited to have him here. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And he's doing much better, so that's really good, too. So...
I don't want to spoil any surprises for him if he's got something he wanted to say on the vlog, so we'll let him say that. But he'll be here shortly, vlogs to follow, so stay tuned.
I have to say a quick thing about that too, guys. Just, like, you have to remember too sometimes that you're seeing a portion of our days in our lives, and there's things that go on with family members, like, to protect each other and protect our family that we don't talk about or that we keep kind of like under wraps for certain reasons. So just keep that in mind. Like, even when you see other people's videos, or like, you're seeing a portion. Mm-hmm. You're not seeing, like, I share as much as I can about Larry and I with you guys, but yeah, some things have to be protected, and that is one of the things that's yeah. So I just want to say that. Sarah Rose 1122 YouTube oh my God, YouTube full-time long-term, or do you plan on entering back into a different career? So I would love to do YouTube the rest of my life, like as long as it is out. That's what I would like to do. But I am actually venturing into other career paths now. I would like to take it further into other areas. Which I know is very broad, and you're probably like, what are you talking about? But I am looking into other things leading into YouTube,
and if she ever had to, and I hope she never does, but if she ever had to, she's had quite a few years in working with assisted living.
Medical, yeah.
Medical, and what was med tech?
That was the other question. A lot of people are asking what I did before YouTube. So, and yes, YouTube is my full-time job now. That was another question that a lot of people wanted to know. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that either. No. I think doing YouTube full-time is great. And it's become like my career. So that makes me really happy. And I'm very fortunate and very thankful for you guys for helping, like, make this a career and a dream. And before YouTube, which I left my job I left my job in December of last year. So, no, January. I lied. It was January because I worked through all the holidays.
Almost mid-January. Yeah,
so mid-January of last year, I left my job and I was working at a pediatrics office. And before that, I was in assisted living. So I had always worked in nursing homes or skilled nursing homes. I was a med tech, so I administered medication, and then I also did STNA work, so that's pretty much what I did before YouTube.
She's much happier being able to do this. The problem is that the paychecks aren't steady.
Yeah, which I'll get into that. Like, a lot of you guys have questions about YouTube and how to and all that stuff. But there was something else I wanted to say. Like, another question leading into that was, do I miss 9-to-5 jobs? I think 9-to-5 jobs are great. I loved my 9-to-5 jobs, but I was missing out a lot with Larry. Larry was home, and now we get to do things together. We get to vlog together. We get to explore together, and I get to spend more time with family, and I'm really thankful for that. So I'm much happier, and I get to touch you guys, like, so many people. Like, we get to know so many of you guys, which is amazing. So that's kind of like all in one. I don't want to rant too much. I could talk about this topic forever, but
no, the schedule is the biggest thing.
Yeah,
because when she was working full time, she was trying to do what's my next video idea going to be, filming the video, editing the video, scheduling the video for upload,
and working full time,
and then going to work full time. So
Yeah.
there was this juggling thing that was going on that she handled pretty good.
Yeah,
I must say.
it was a lot of work. Thank you, but I loved it.
Yeah, but now that's kind of evolved to where she can spend more time doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Andrea from Pennsylvania has an age gap of 32 years. And she's concerned and wants to know if you are concerned. Well, I don't know if she's concerned about that, but she wants to know if you're concerned with the thought of spending a significant part of your life without me because of our age gap.
Yeah. That's something that I try not to, and I don't know if that's like naive or what, but I try not to focus on that and think about that. And at the end of the day, too, you never really know what could happen in life. I could go before Larry. I've lost friends very, very young, so I try not to focus on that. But if it does go the natural way and that happens, yeah, that's not going to be fun. Like, that's going to be a very, very, very terrible thing to go through, and I don't like to think about it. But hopefully, maybe we'll go at the same time, which would mean I would go young though. But
yeah, we don't want that death.
I don't know. I don't like talking about that. That's
Yeah.
If I talk about death, I get all wigged out. I don't like to talk about it. But go ahead.
Death was part of my job for years. Actually, bigger part than most. And I've seen it anywhere from infants to the almost 100-year-old with hospice.
Yeah.
More times than I could even count. Hundreds, literally. You never know. And part of me says, yeah, but if this was the case that everybody's concerned about, where I would pass away, they think, well, you're so young. Well, that's one of the bonuses. Not a bonus, but that's one of the things where, yeah, but she's so young. She's so young, she can find someone, she can have someone take care of her and love her and do the things that I do for her.
But I don't want to.
I know. But
you're my ride or die, my one or only. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that. Will it happen? It could happen, but I don't want to think about that. So, it's pouring.
And now it's raining.
But yeah, that is a really good question. But I want to have we're going to do a relationship Q&A shortly after this one, actually. So within the next couple of weeks, because then we're going to be doing Christmas Q&As and all of that. So I am going to do like a more in-depth relationships related questions. And if you guys have questions too about your relationship, we're going to do one of those. So I might go into more about that. But yeah, that's a tough one. Larry, this one's for you though. This is from Ashley Roblewski. I hope I said that right. Larry, Milwaukee Brewers fan here. What's your favorite baseball memory? You won't ever forget.
Ever forget?
Yeah, your favorite memory that you'll never forget when it comes to baseball.
Wow, there's so many. Baseball was such a big part, not only growing up, but I played it up until probably about 8 years ago. I was playing some form of baseball, softball or baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's so many of them. It's tough.
What about the one with when you did the fantasy camp? Is that up there or no?
Oh yeah, that was a week long.
Because of your dad.
Yeah, well, my brother. My brother and I had always planned on going to what they call fantasy camp with the Cleveland Indians. You go for a week to their spring training location. This is just before spring training starts, and they have a bunch of the retired baseball players, guys that I watched growing up as little to adult, and they basically run this camp for a week, and they scout you, they draft you, they put you into teams, and then you play baseball for a week, and they have standings and keep stats, and they have photographers and videographers, and they document the whole thing. You get baseball cards of you as a player. It was really that's probably my top one.
I figured it would be. Okay, from Chelsea PAJCIC. What's your favorite fall scented candle? Mine would be Leaves from Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, Leaves.
Leaves.
I grew up in an area where people would, if we were in a city, but there was deep backyards for a lot of places, and people would burn their leaves. And that was like one of the fall favorites, a crisp night with the leaves burning.
Oh, I miss Ohio with all of that.
Vonda? I hope I said that right, wants to know if we could go back in time, what time and what place would we pick and why?
Those are hard. Ah! What's yours? Do you have one? Let's see.
We have a cat behind
Yeah.
us that's biting my hand.
I don't know.
I would have to say that I would think about certain things that I really enjoyed, and then that I can't, because it's either been torn down or it's gone, or the people I was with aren't with us anymore, and I would probably pick one of those, make the list of top 5 and then pick one of those.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I'd say, you know what? I kind of do have one. Maybe Christmas Eve. Years ago, before the traditions changed at my grandparents' house in Bay Village.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a memory that I wish I could go back to and relive. Oh, it was just so fun being little and going to Grandma and Grandpa's house at Christmas Eve and with my family, and it was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of those.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Does Larry, this one is from Sarah SD123. Does Larry ever get annoyed with your filming?
No.
Never?
No.
Promise?
Yep.
You're so sweet.
Aw.
Love you, babe.
What kind of kiss out of it?
Good. He's so supportive. I'm very, very lucky to have Larry. Like, he's such a supportive man. From Naomi Herb 99. Is there a specific reason that Larry is so picky with food?
I've been cursed. I watch Gordon Ramsay and all these cooks come in and they make their signature dish, and sometimes he looks at it and goes, "What is that?" That's me almost every time. And they all eat the food and they all try it, and he comes up with stuff I've never even heard of or knew it even existed, and they're all not only cooking it but eating it. I don't know what my problem is. I wish I could just be like that and eat anything, but I can't.
Aww.
The last video that we did.
You have lip gloss on your lips.
Ooh.
Ooh. Go ahead.
There a lot of you were shocked that I don't like pizza. I have tried it numerous times at numerous restaurants where they serve the latest, greatest pizza in the world, and go here and go to this Italian place and go here they have New York style, or go here they have, and I just can't. I just don't like it. Grazia wants to know if Mindy has ever thought about becoming a police officer, and if she did and was, how would I feel about it?
Funny thing about that, so I've thought about becoming a police officer, but I would not survive. I would cry. I'm probably not strong enough. I would try, but I've never thought about doing it as a career. I did, for a minute there, go for 911 dispatching, but it just didn't work out. And again, I just think I love that, and I support, like, you guys, they have the hardest jobs ever. But I don't think I would be strong enough for it. I really don't. What do you think? Do you think I would?
No, and you have a bit of a degree of being somewhat gullible at times.
I am gullible badly. I am. It's bad. I've had myself in really terrible situations that we're not going to get into, but again, it's because I am.
Yeah.
I'm too trusting too. Like that, it's not good sometimes.
She would say, "Oh, really? Okay," and I'd say, "You're full of crap. Let's start with the truth now." So, but that's just us.
So no, guys, it's not happening.
Real quick, Brenda wants to know, what does your tattoo say?
So my tattoo, I have one and only. It's on my left rib cage, and it says, "Been through hell and back, and still we remain strong." And my best friend Angela and I both have the same tattoo. We went and got them together. It's extremely painful, and there's a lot that goes behind that tattoo. So we could write a book on the things that we've been through. Couldn't we, babe?
Mm.
He knew me when I was in you know, there's been some things.
The terrible 22s.
And then my poor mother and dad had to go through my terrible teens, so. But yeah, it's all good. We're good. And that's what my tattoo says.
Mm-hmm.
This is from K Scott 16. How do you guys not let things get to you, like mean people or stress? So that's something that is learned, I think. You have to develop like your own strength and your own like comfort to not let other people get to you. And I think sometimes, no matter what, sometimes things that people say are kind of cringy and you're like, really, why would you say that to me? Like, why? You know, but we've come a long way. Larry doesn't really struggle with it. He doesn't at all. That's probably just how he is. Me, I've had to work at it, and I'd be lying here right now saying, like, if I told you, yeah, none of that ever bothers me. I don't get upset. I don't care what people think. No, I mean, I would love to be that way, but that's not how most of us are, and I'm not either. I'm a very sentimental, emotional being, and it's just something that you have to work on, I would say.
Yeah.
And I've gotten a lot better with it.
I get stressed over electronic things not working or trying to pay a bill and not being able to because the automated system is junk. But what I should do instead of getting stressed is remind myself, and I'll give you this advice, and if you can try it, and if it works, outstanding, because I'm not qualified or anything but this is what works for me. When I'm doing that and I'm getting upset, I have to remind myself that one night on the job there was a person that wanted to shoot me, and if it wasn't for my coworker and a taser, I might not be here. So the fact that I'm having difficulty paying a bill should not be as much stress as knowing that there was someone that wanted to put a bullet in me.
Yeah.
So if you can think about it, think about what your most stressful thing in life was, compare it to whatever stress you're dealing with there, and there's a good chance that it's probably not as much as what you've already been through. And if you survive that, then you can get through what's stressing you now. And if you're faced with something that is extremely stressful, and it maybe is the most stressful thing you've ever experienced, know that for all those days of all the things that ever caused you stress, balled into one giant thing, you've survived all of that. And use that strength to try and get through what you're stressed about now.
Yeah, I think it's important too to let ourselves or allow ourselves to be stressed sometimes, or like allow yourself to go through the emotions and not try to, I don't know, be so perfect all the time and ignore it. Just kind of like work through it, you know? Take a moment, put down your electronics, walk away, talk to somebody, get help if you need to get help. Like, there's so many things, but I don't want to ramble about that one either. And our battery's gonna die.
Which holiday do you prefer? Halloween or Christmas, and why?
That's a really hard one. I love Halloween. I love Christmas. I love them both. Most wonderful time of the year. However, I'd have to pick Christmas. Christmas is my absolute favorite. It's everybody's so happy and cheerful, and when family comes together, and it's just magical. And all the memories from my childhood from Christmas time are just the happiest, coziest memories you could ever ask for.
I think Christmas only because, like you said, everybody's attitude is a little bit better.
Yeah.
You bump into somebody and you say, I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
I do that every day, but...
Oh, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. You have a good day. Thanks, you do the same. 2 days after Christmas, you bump into somebody and they're getting ready to throw punches at you, and they're calling you every name in the book, and it's like, wow, what happened to that spirit that everyone had? And I know it sounds like a cliche because every Hallmark movie has said, oh, it's the spirit of Christmas. It's kind of true when you...
It is. It brings out the light and fluffy hearts of everyone. From Jenna Kramer, do we get to see the office room soon? Yes, it is being worked on.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it's being worked on. So hopefully in November, I will have an office room tour for you guys.
It was kind of scheduled between the 21st and the end of the
30th of October. It's supposed to be done, but I don't think that's going to happen.
But there's delays, and we understand that.
Yeah.
Part of the delay was our fault, really. But it's on paper. I think they know what it's going to be, and it's just a matter of getting the material and then the time
designing,
to putting it all together and getting it into place.
Yeah.
So we were shooting for the end of the month, and the 21st day's the 24th, so we're a few days behind schedule.
Yeah, I think it'll be up and going in November, so I'm going to do like some videos with that. So stay tuned. Coming. They're
Yeah.
coming. I know. I've been promising. I promised this last year.
Our fingers are crossed.
Okay.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
From Tingle Tigger ASMR. What nationalities or heritage are you and Larry? Larry?
I am from... My mother's side was Irish. As Irish as you could... Irish. And then my dad's side was, I think, was Czechoslovakian and Hungarian.
So, on my mom's side, she is German, English, and Irish. And on my dad's side, he... that one's questionable because my father was actually adopted. So, what we think is... No, hold on. German... Was it German, Irish, and Sicilian, I think, is what it is.
That sounds right.
Yeah, German, Irish, Sicilian. So that's what I am. Yeah.
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 We're mutts.
Yeah. Good mix. Good blend.
Yeah.
From Leah of the Fields, if you could work anywhere at the Wizarding World, what shop would it be? Mine would be, and it's really difficult, but my first choice, and it's probably not a common choice, my first choice would be Magical Menagerie because I love plushies. I love stuffed animals. I think they're cute, and that would be mine.
We'd have to have a whole nother room with all of the stuffed animals.
Yeah, I love all the magical creatures in Harry Potter. They are all so special, so that would be mine.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I am thinking I would opt for Borgin and Burke's.
I would say that is probably the most popular one, and that would be my second one.
Mm-hmm. Or I'd like to be the ride operator that does the
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Green Dots. I'd like to be at Green Dots.
Mm-hmm.
Blah.
But I'd want to be the one that operates the cars.
I love this question. From Jen Patterson. After seeing sets, Hollywood, and TV, etc., would you ever do your own show? It would be fab. That is so awesome. Yeah, I would love to. Would you like to be on a show? Like, be your own show?
Yeah.
If I had our own show, like if we did our own show, I would like to talk, I don't know, like talk to people?
Yeah,
probably,
I think like
give
a
advice.
talk show.
It'd be like an Ellen, really, but Ellen talks to famous people. I don't know. I think talking to people and sitting down with people and giving advice and helping people is great.
I don't think famous people would want to talk to us.
No,
so
we're not famous, so
we would
like normal people, like a normal people talk show, like just helping people go through things in a positive way, I think would be amazing.
And I think if we had, because when we ask a question now, we get so many questions sent to us, and there might be one question that gets repeated by a lot of people. And if we had our own talk show or something, we could take those Q&As, and when 100 people asked us the same question, we could get a hold of somebody that's an expert in that field or expert in giving advice in that particular area. We could bring them onto the show and say, this is our viewers have this question. It's coming up a lot. I don't know if I could answer the question, but you being an expert in the area, what advice could you give them? And we could do that. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, to answer your question, yes, like that would be an extreme goal, but one that we would definitely love and enjoy, and hopefully one day, who knows? You never know what can happen in life, right? Okay, this one is from Tanya Stefani. Have you finished watching the whole season of Game of Thrones yet? Yeah, we finished when all of you guys finished. We binge watched so hard, season 1 through 7. It was crazy. Is it 6? Season 1 through 6?
No,
Anyways.
1 through 7.
1 through 7, and then we watched season 8 on HBO when you guys were watching season 8. So we caught up really quick, and we have rewatched Game of Thrones, and we are just waiting for season 8 to come out on DVD, which has to be coming out. I thought it was October.
October, I thought, yeah.
So it's got to be coming out soon. This actually is from Tanya Stefani. I'm probably butchering your name again. At what age did you move out of your parents' house? Which I think is a good question. Go ahead. What age?
I was old.
You were old?
Yeah.
Okay. How old?
20... I don't know. 20... Let me think about it. You give your answer. I gotta do math. I'm Rain Man without the math skills.
I was 18, so I was a senior in high school. I turned 18 in October, and right in the beginning of senior year, and then I moved out, which was not the best decision at all, but it was a learning experience, and I learned a lot from it, and I wouldn't take it back because I am who I am today because I made that decision.
I think I was 24.
That's not old.
That's old.
Thibert, 26. Did you guys get Lexi Kitty together, or did she come with one of you when you guys met?
Yes and no.
So, Larry and I were talking, we knew of each other, but I was living in my apartment on my own at the time, and my best friend lived in Ohio, and she worked at PetSmart, and she talked me into getting Lexi. I went and saw her. I was like, I can't get a cat. I live in an apartment. Like, I work full time. Like, I'm never home. It's not going to work out.
Plus, she wasn't allowed to have pets in her apartment.
And yeah, I wasn't allowed. He told me not to get the cat. I brought her home.
On sweetest day.
On sweetest day. She's our sweetest day kitty. So that's how we got Lexi. Next question is from babygirl9318. What's your favorite part about doing YouTube? Communicating with you guys. Like, filming a video and then just being able to touch the lives of you guys is my favorite part of it.
I would have to say that, yes, you guys are my favorite. And just the thought of some of the stuff and
just the family that we've all created with each other and the friendship and the trust. That's my favorite part of it. And I'm sure yours too.
Yeah. I love when you guys send us cards and letters. And I mean, everything is great, but I have started to, well, we have started to.
You did. He did. It was such a, I keep things in like shoe boxes. That's my momentum spots. And then he thought of this idea and started working on it. I was blown away.
Some of the envelopes didn't make it through the postal system really good, or sometimes the envelopes were lost, but the contents of the envelopes, we have just about everything that we've ever received. And what I did is I got a book, and there's, every page has correspondence, letters, cards. I can show you this.
Here, I'll help you.
I can show you this one because there's no addresses. I don't want to show you some of it, but I mean, cards, envelopes, and inside every envelope is the letters that we received from everybody, and this whole book is just filled with that, and I have a whole stack of stuff that I have to get in this book and probably buy at least another book or maybe two.
Yeah,
and
it's so sweet.
So, and it's so special.
So special.
So special.
So special.
To sit down at night, sit on the couch, and just open this up and start looking at all the different,
and read it. It's so
the different things, and birthday cards, and just cards that it wasn't a birthday or a holiday. It was just a card that you guys sent us to tell us how much you loved us or liked the channel, and I love that stuff.
I know, me too.
You include nice notes, and a lot of them have pictures of your family, your wedding, your pets.
Lexi has so many pet friends on the internet now.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, people say, well, I'm humbled. It might be overused, but I am definitely
Bye,
humbled.
Lexi.
Yeah, Lexi just, she gone.
Yeah,
so,
we are very humbled by you guys, so thank you. This one is from Carmen GTZ7. Will you be going to Universal Studios for Christmas season this year? Yes, we will. We love visiting Universal for Christmas. Yeah. So it's the first time since we've been here that we didn't go for Halloween, so that was kind of interesting. We're going to wrap this up. Oh, this is a good one to end on. This is from Unthreaded Shops. Does Larry have any siblings?
Yes. They are in Ohio. I have a brother that is 10 years older than me. I have a sister that's 5 years older than me.
And you had a brother?
Yeah, I had a brother. He was, let's see, 13? Maybe 13 years older than me. He passed away back in, I think, 1999 is when he passed. And my mom, and she's in Ohio, so they're all still in Ohio. They were spread out. My brother's about an hour away from where we were at. My sister's about 2 hours away from where we were at. My mom's now living close to my brother. So he keeps an eye on her, and then my sister's only an hour drive from there.
Yeah.
So.
I think that's a good question.
And my dad passed. He passed away, I think, in 2005.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
But now you get to know a little bit more about Larry and his family.
Yeah.
So that's good. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this very long Q&A. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below on any of the topics that we talked about, what your thoughts were. And we'll be responding to all your comments down below. So we'll see you guys. You gonna say something?
Thank you for sending questions. And if questions were repeated and you had asked a question but somebody else got credit for it, we're sorry for that. And we're
Thank
sorry
you for asking the same questions.
Yes, and we're sorry. I'm sorry. Well, we're both sorry, but I'm sorry that I didn't write down a couple names, so I missed out on that.
I might have forgot to say names. I don't know.
I got fired.
Okay.
I'm fired.
No, you're not.
Okay.
If you're fired, then I'm fired.
Oh.
All right, guys. We love you so much. Thank you for the questions, and we'll see you guys again very soon.
Bye.